5-Star and T-Bone up in here. Let's get this party started.
Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Stand up, get crunk, make noise. About to go down for a black and gold boy. We ready, jam tight, no bluff. Saints are locked the winter ring, got a handcuff. Beating down your block, Crescent City cloth in the air. Ask me if I'm a fan, I said hell yeah. Big Easy Mafia is what I be.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. Without further ado, let me bring in my co-host. What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, guys. Week 1 NFL, man. It's time.
It's a big one. We, of course, can't be live on our own page because Pancho's live on it right now, which I don't understand.
He's on there or what?
Yes, he's on there. I don't know what he's doing.
Is he getting those hard-hitting interviews out there in front of the Superdome or what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I said we lost some of our people, man. It's like an episode of The Leftovers from HBO, man. They just got swooped up.
Yeah, look. So listen, man, we're going to kick it off. We're going to kick it off right quick. Dave, what's your thoughts on today's game? The keys to it? Give it to us. Give it to us, the voice of reason. Dave Robin, the floor is yours, brother.
All right, guys. So I think the keys, man, to me, I think on the last podcast on Wednesday, we talked about it. They've got some big physical receivers. Trey McBride, one of the top 3 tight ends in the NFL. He's going to be a tough cover, man. So to me, he's number one. I think Marvin Harrison Jr., then, of course, Michael Wilson. A lot of people don't know about Michael Wilson, but he's not a bad second or third option on an offense. But all these guys are like 6'3" on up. And to me, that's a little bit of a concern. I mean, Kyler Murray could put that ball up high. It could be a little bit, detrimental on our corners. But, man, James Conner, dude, in fantasy, we always want to give up on that guy. We're always saying, oh, his best days are behind him. They drafted Trey Benson. For whatever reason, James Conner seems to always produce, man. So to me, it's like, the first and foremost thing, we've been terrible against the run the last couple of years. If we don't stop James Conner or Kyler Murray from scampering for some first downs, we're in a lot of trouble. But to me, it all starts with McBride. If you can lock down Trey McBride somehow and force him to go to other options, even though Harrison's pretty damn good, I think that's a big key, man. Stopping the running game and maybe double covering McBride using a corner. I'm not sure which way they're going to go with that. But to me, on the other side of the ball, Rich, it all starts like, we talked about it ad nauseum about the offensive line, but you got to be able to run the ball. You got to put Rattler in real favorable, short yardage situations on third downs, maybe even try to avoid those third downs as much as possible. But, yeah, man, it's going to be – and you can't turn the ball over. You cannot do that today, man. We don't have the firepower to withstand that. This isn't the Drew Brees, Sean Payton days where you can afford maybe a turnover and bounce right back.
Do you think Kellen Moore is going to go into this game a little conservative and run the ball a little more with Kamara and stuff to try to get Rattler a little more comfortable in his system?
Yeah, dude, I think so, man. This is the type of game I wish I had Taysom Hill out there because I'd love to see what Kellen Moore would do with him. But yeah, Kamara, dude, he's going to be him and Kendre Miller. I think are going to get a pretty significant load today. I think Kendre. I'd love to see Kendre get 10 to 15 carries and put Kamara out in space. Use him in a variety of ways to keep the defense off balance. But, yeah, dude, I think Kamara is going to be obviously our focal point. I mean, they got some young corners over there. I keep hearing a lot of shows locally, different local radio stations saying attacking young corners. But, man, look, dude, Will Johnson's a guy. He's over there at corner from Michigan. And, I mean, he fell in the draft. Remember, the Saints were looking at him at one point in time.
Yeah.
And he's over there. So, I mean, that guy's got a chip on his shoulder. They got a good pass rush over there in Arizona. They got Josh Sweat, used to be with the Eagles. They got some veterans up front, dude. So to me, yeah, dude, I think you can't let them pin their ears back on Rattler with that offensive line being unknown as it is. I think you got to run with Kamara and Kendre Miller quite a bit.
I agree, man. I tell you what, it's going to be. I'm looking forward to see what's going on with this new defensive scheme. Yeah. I know we touched on it a little bit. I want to see how Cam Jordan adapts to it, how Demario Davis adapts to it, and where they're going to use that hybrid, maybe cornerback, safety, linebacker. You know, a guy that's going to roam the field, Dave. Who you think they're going to use in that role, maybe?
Man, it seems like they've like Ugo Amadi and Yadam. I've seen those guys. It looked like in preseason they were kind of doing that a little bit. See, to me, like Alontae Taylor was like born to play that role, man. To me, I think Alontae could have been a better version of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson without all the headaches. You know what I'm saying? I think Alontae's got more talent in him. I know some people might dispute that, but I'm like, dude, Alontae Taylor to me, just in measurables, is a better weapon than Chauncey was. And he could play those different positions, but it looks like they want Alontae, to obviously play on the outside. So it might be Umadi, Yadam, I'm interested to see what they do, man, especially with, our safety situation's a lot different from last year.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you bring that up with the addition of Justin Reed.
Yeah.
Looking at the Chiefs game, dude, I think they severely missed him in that secondary this past Friday's game with Kansas City. Would you agree with that, Dave?
Yeah, man. I think – now outside of McDuffie, it's a little suspect back there, dude. Because, Justin Herbert, he was going to, like, I don't know, he had maybe 8, 9 different receivers or something caught passes. But, dude, it was everybody. You look at McConkey as their best weapon. But then, man, he had Keenan Allen finding a fountain of youth. He had Quentin Johnston finally doing something for the first time in, like, 3 years. He had everybody rolling, man. He was, like you said, there was no safety back there patrolling, taking things away, or making plays.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be a good watch today, too, for people that's not familiar with Justin Reed, who is a Louisiana native and said several times that he loves being back home and playing for the first time in a real game for the black and gold, which, he's going to be well. I hope they let him do the chant, man, especially coming back for the first game.
That'd be cool, man. Yeah, definitely.
That'd be good. So, listen, at wide receiver, is Tipton suiting up today?
Man, that's a good question, Richie. I was going to ask you, man. I said, I don't know where my phone was at, dude. I said, I wanted to get the last, injury report because, man, week one's quirky, man. I'm looking all for fantasy stuff, and it's like you're hearing about guys rising and falling on depth charts.
That are not suiting up.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know if you got the latest latest injury report, man, but I was wondering about Alontae Taylor, too. I know he was banged up.
Yeah, somebody out there can give us. We live right now, and welcome to the Big Easy Mafia and Down South Sports Fanatics podcast. You can also go check Dave and them out on End Zone Experts, man. Them guys give you a lot of help on your fantasy football lineups.
Rich, I'm gonna dig into the phone right now, man. See if I can find anything, man. It's and it's still a little early, so there might be some late changes to the report, but
could be.
Yeah, man. I'm checking as we speak, man. Live podcast, bro. So first off, Alontae Taylor will play.
Okay.
Good sign there. And you asked about Mason Tipton, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Tipton, man. He was, one of the more impressive players to me in preseason, dude. He took it from the practice to the field, which is something I like to see. I don't like to give the awards out for just hearing, this dude caught a 50-yard pass in shorts against his own teammate. No, I like it when you go against the opposing team where guys are trying to win jobs and more's on the line and you're doing it in a big show, even though it's a preseason game.
Yeah. That's a big deal,
Tipton,
man.
I'm looking for Tipton. I haven't seen anything yet. I know there were some things going on with him in fantasy, man. You go on the fantasy pages and guys come and go like stocks,
was he even on the injury report?
Let's see if I've got the latest injury report here. Saints injury report. Let's see. We'll pull it up.
Thank y'all for joining us over at Down South. Thank y'all for joining us at Big Easy Mafia. I see y'all coming in. Thank y'all.
So, man, let me ask you this. Are you speaking of the Chiefs, man, I'll tell you, I don't know if we all picked the Chiefs or not in that game, but man, we know the Chargers are a good team, but
I picked the Chargers.
Yeah, they were pretty impressive, man. Justin Herbert, I tell you, that's what they need. If Herbert takes that step forward like we saw in that game, I know it's only week one. You don't want to overreact, but, man, Herbert's a guy with a lot of talent. I definitely think he's a top 10 quarterback.
Dave, I think we were a little shocked at the way the Cowboys played, too.
Yeah, and to me, I'm glad you brought that up, too, dude, because, I think that that incident, man, I thought Philly would blow them out. I still think if Jalen Carter plays, I think the score is a little I think he could make the difference between a touchdown or so in that defense. So I still think.
Yeah, but CeeDee Lamb ain't gonna drop them passes every week like that neither.
No, man, no. And look, Dak, man, Dak gets a lot of crap from the fans, man. But he, I always kind of look at his situation similar. Like he's a slightly better version of like a Derek Carr to me. Like he got a lot of crap from his fans. He's not the best quarterback, not the worst quarterback, kind of in the middle ground. And he put some balls out there, man. Dallas, they played tough despite the circumstances, man. Going against the defending champions, like we said, it's a divisional game. But I didn't like the whole Jalen Carter thing. That was really weak to me. I know there's a lot going on with that. I got to question this, man, real quick while I'm pulling up this injury report.
Yeah.
So we saw the guy from the Chargers defensive lineman, kind of open hand punch Travis Kelce, like right in front of the officials. To me, dude, if you talk about player safety, which to me, this is the most hypocritical commissioner office in the history of any sport.
Yeah.
And how do you sit there? And I'm not saying spitting is a good thing. Obviously, that's disgusting. It's you need
it's actually a federal offense. But it's actually if you spit on somebody in the street, it's a felony. It's a felony.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but to me, it's like when you sit there and watch a guy basically hit somebody towards the face like that or towards the head area, I don't care if it's open hand or closed hand. That should be an automatic ejection, in my opinion.
It's a punch. Whether it's open hand or closed hand, it's a punch.
So to me, it's like I don't understand how they and when they bring their guys on, this is where I respect those guys when they got Mike Pereira and those other guys in there. But let's be real, somebody from the NFL's in their ear telling them what to say or what not to say before they get on the air. They're like, hey, look, let's use it as this, let's spin it as this, tell the fans that, and just let them eat it the way it is. But I think it was total bullshit. I think that guy should have been. And look, I'm not a Kansas City fan. I like Travis Kelce like everybody else, dude. He's one of the faces of the league, but. And it's not against the guy who did it, but you got to be thrown out of the game at that point.
Yeah, he has definitely lost a step. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, no, his best days are behind him. I think he's going to be useful to them still, but I think that should have been an ejection, man. I don't understand how that's not an ejection. And
Dave, how long can you talking about that? They've got to go get Mahomes some help, man. He's got nothing at receiver.
No, he doesn't, man. And I'm look, dude. And to me, Andy Reid, this is the thing that upsets me, man. I don't understand. I thought he got a little, because Xavier Worthy's hurt now. I think he got a little too cute with the play calls at times. And, dude, I don't understand. I know Kareem Hunt is good in small doses. That's the way I like him. I'm a big Isaiah Pacheco fan. I think Pacheco, every time they get him going, he pulls off a nice run. They take him out the game for about 3 or 4 steps.
If you
can't never let that kid develop a rhythm the way he did his first couple of years.
With the injury to Worthy, if you KC, would you reach out to Miami about possibly bringing Tyreek back?
Dude, it's interesting, man. It's interesting, dude. I mean, it's somebody. Look, Richie, they're gonna go get a receiver somewhere or another, man. Because I don't think
They said no, they're not. They said no, they're not. It's crazy.
They keep saying they're not gonna go, dude. I tell you, they would be. Well, I'm trying to see if I can get a detailed injury report here. My bad. I'm looking.
No, dude.
No, I think they're crazy.
Everybody, welcome into Down South Sports Fanatics with the Big Easy Mafia on this wonderful Sunday morning. First game of the season. Who that?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, it's week 1. It's pretty clean. I mean, the only ones I'm seeing now, this is very, man. And I didn't realize this, dude. I'm a big baseball fan. I'm watching Cubs games right now. I mean, baseball to me, and it's weird. I know there's a lot of football fans down here like us, but I'm kind of, I can't quite turn off baseball until it's done, so my head's in there. But
so you're
I
not
know Chase
watching
Young's going to miss this game, man.
You're not watching the game today?
Oh, no, I'm watching the game, absolutely. No, I'll have the Cubs on the back burner today. I can watch the Cubs on my MLB stream later. But no, today's a big day. No, week 1 at the NFL, that's a big day for me. But man, I didn't know Chase Young was going to miss today's game.
I did not neither.
I mean, I'm looking right here. They say 2 starters. Well, I knew about Penning, obviously, because we're thin at guard. But, man, Chase Young was one of the guys, Richie, I kept talking about.
What happened to him?
They're saying a calf issue. And, I mean, to me, yeah, they're saying he ruled 2 starters out, and it's yeah, man. I'm looking right here.
That's a big blow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and like you said, Richie, that's a perfect. There's a big part of your pass rush along with Carl Granderson and maybe Brian Bresee, Cam Jordan,
especially in this new scheme.
That's where I thought he would really thrive, man. When I kept talking about the 3-4 change, I thought him along with Curtis Grant. Carl Granderson. I thought that would be 2 guys that would really evolve, maybe from being like guys who have kind of maxed out around those 7-8 sacks a season that could crack the double-digit sack numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a tough loss week one, man. I mean, you need all the pass rush you can get against a mobile quarterback like Kyler Murray.
Yeah. So, Dave, breaking it down real quick before we get out of here. Once again, y'all can join me and Dave every Sunday morning. We're going to break down the game before the game, and then we're going to do a post-game after. So make sure to join us then. Dave, I know you said the keys, but what do you think the Saints really have to do to have a really good chance of winning this game today, which most people think they're not, What's your thoughts?
Well, first off, I mean, all the talk, in preseason has been about quarterback, Rattler versus Shuck. I still stand, and this isn't me hating on Spencer Rattler here. This is just me calling, like I said, if Spencer Rattler was a rookie and Shuck was a rookie, I think you would have given it to Tyler Shuck based on performance by a slight edge, not by a big margin. But the fact that Spencer had that year, to 7 starts or so, or 7 games he appeared in, I think that gave him the edge. But Spencer today, man, he's got I know he has the ability to run for a first down. I think fans like that. But, man, like you said, you can't leave things out there when you do that as well. Because, I mean, you might pick up a 3rd and 5 running for 6 yards.
Yeah.
But I've noticed on the replays, there's a lot of times you look at game tape, he's leaving options downfield open. So, to me, getting that 6 yards and then coming back and having a 3 and out the following series, sometimes he's costing himself a big play downfield by taking off a little too early in the run. So he's got to – it's like a fine line, Richie, right? You got to – you want to get rid of the ball quickly, but you got to allow your receivers to get open and get to that spot. So it's to me, the offensive line is at the core of all of it, So I'm watching Josh Sweat on that other side, dude. You know what he did with Philadelphia the last couple of years? He signed a huge contract. He's a really good edge rusher. They got Calais Campbell, who's been around forever. I mean, he's like our age almost. And, they got some guys up front, dude. So, look, Cardinals aren't like – I wouldn't say this is like a top-tier defense, but they're decent. You know what I mean? So, to me, it's like I think it all starts with offensive line. Rattler's got to protect the ball, but you have to have that running game. If we only run for like 80 yards today, we lose this game. We got to run for like 120, 150 yards. We got to have no more than 1 turnover. If we go beyond 1 turnover, we lose this game because I don't think we have the firepower to catch up.
I think so too. I think the keys to today's game is keeping McBride in check. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who that's going to be because he's one of the top tight ends in the league. So it's going to be hard to contain him. And also you got Harrison over there,
Yeah.
He's poised for a breakout season finally. So it's going to be tough on the secondary. I mean, I don't know who they're going to put, like I said.
Yeah, I don't know, man. With McBride, I mean, would it be a mix of Justin Reed and maybe Blackman, getting some help underneath with, like you said, maybe Amadi or one of them? I mean, it feels to me like we don't have a linebacker, and I don't think many teams do that can run with Trey McBride in coverage. So I don't know. It'd have to be that nickel corner, a slot corner, I would think. I mean, I think Zay Jones is their number 3 receiver who doesn't quite scare me, but Marvin Harrison, like you said, it starts there too. If Kool-Aid McKinstry, I'm assuming, is going to get that assignment. If he can lock down Marvin Harrison, that'll go a long way as well. But if our corners start having problems with, Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, et cetera, Trey McBride's going to be even nastier, dude. Because, I mean, he's going to get one-on-one coverage. I mean, he's a tough guy, man. I mean, McBride is just so good at what he does. But I go back to the run game, too. We cannot let James Conner and Trey Benson, we can't let them beat us, So, I mean, if they're getting 4 or 5 yards of carry, I think we're in trouble. We can't allow Murray to break us down on 3rd downs. We got to stay honest on that. But, I mean, look, Richie, I think it comes down to simplicity, man. Run the ball well, stop the run. Like you said, keep an eye on McBride at all costs, but it's not easy, dude, because if you put attention on McBride, Kyler Murray could – hey, look, if he sees guys with their back turns, we know what's going to happen, right? I mean, if 2 guys are tracking McBride downfield, Kyler Murray sees 15 yards of green in front of him. We talk about Spencer Rattler running. Kyler Murray can run with the best of them.
So, Dave, before we get out of here, Brandy commented. He said he thinks Gayle Benson is going to draft Manning no matter what draft he comes out in. You think that's the case?
Oh, wait, say it again? Arch Manning?
Yeah.
To go get him no matter what?
Well, she said he thinks he's going to draft him no matter if it's this year's draft or the year after that.
Dude, I like Arch, man. I think Arch took – this is what upsets me about football. I know there's so few games. I mean, look, baseball, I talk about how I'm a big fan of baseball. There's 162 games, and then you got the playoffs. Basketball, 82 games, long-ass season. Football, everything feels like it's like, eternal. Like if a guy has one bad game, oh, he sucks. With Arch, dude, I watched that entire game. I was excited about Arch. And I saw mistakes. Obviously, his accuracy was not good at all. I'll be the first to tell you. He was off. He skipped a few balls when he had clean pockets. He was a little bit high on some. He did that little sidearm thing, kind of Mahomes style, a little bit too much when he didn't need to do that. I think everything he did can be corrected because if you watch him, Richie, he looks like he knows where he should be going with the football. He's very smart. He's very mobile, too.
Dude, I noticed that me and you watch a lot of college football, and I tell you what, I noticed that a lot in a lot of games yesterday. A lot of these quarterbacks are throwing these side-on balls now.
It's like imitation, dude. It's like, look, when Michael Jordan started doing reverse layups and crazy fadeaways, you see the whole league doing it for the next 20 years. You know what I mean? It's like Mahomes is like the Michael Jordan figure almost nowadays. You know what I mean?
The technique. Well, hold on. We got a special reporter live from the game. What's up, the hard truth, Pacho?
What's going on, man? What's going on? We at the gate. We coming to the side, man. So who that kind of day out here, man? People out here get hyped. It's good, man. It's getting hype. It's not as buzzing as it normally game. It's filling up, man. We outside Champion Square.
Do you have a lot of Arizona fans out there?
Not really, man. I've seen probably 5 to 10 jerseys so far, and I've been out here probably about 40 minutes. So what you be doing? Break it down.
Like having our own personal live reporter out at Saints Superdome.
Hey, somebody
got the Bear Patrol going on.
Somebody got to support him.
Hey, I hear you, Pancho. Hey, well, let me ask you this, man. Did you realize this? Richie and I were talking. I didn't realize this because I'm locked into baseball. Did you know Chase Young wasn't playing today?
Yes, I seen that. Chase Young and there's Penny isn't playing either. I don't believe.
Yeah.
Right. Alontae Taylor looks good. I know Richie was asking about Tipton, which I couldn't find surprisingly, but nothing on Mason Tipton.
No. So again, it's that's hopefully we ain't got the same training staff in house, bro, because it's gonna become a rough season again, man. Again, you can't. You're playing with a half a deck already at this point, man. As you keep losing cards, it's not going to be we playing the cards today, but you lose cards in the deck. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to have a winning hand at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. The Cardinals in baseball have been kind of shitty this year. Let's hope the football team's the same way.
So you said the vibe's a little different today out there?
What you got?
You said the vibe's a little different out there today?
Yeah, man. It ain't like, Rich, you remember old school tailgate, 6 o'clock in the morning days? Man, it's just kind of pull up at 10 o'clock in Champion Square. I parked literally on Poydras at 9:55. I parked on Poydras at 9:55, 2 blocks away from the Superdome, right across from Walk-Ons. So that's how, and then they tailgating right on side where I parked, and it was like 5 people in there, and it's like Crown Royal or something over there, bro, and it's like 5 people in there, man.
So, Pancho, basically you're used to like a Jazz Fest environment, and you get more of an Uncle Sam jam today, basically.
Yeah, man. It's kind of like people are here, bro. It's kind of like Sunday church right now,
It's like you got the guys singing about the Chevy to the levee. There's nobody doing yin yang twins. Nobody's passing blunts around with 40s. It's a little different vibe today, man.
Yeah, hopefully we can have the hype that we had last year. We went 2-0, and we thought the train was going to take off to China. We thought we was going to steamroll through the NFL, and we wound up going. So hopefully we can win this. Hopefully we can see something promising today. You're going to have all ones starting this whole game, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But you're going to see shit from Sugar today, man.
Hey, look, Gabe just said it, bro. Nobody parties like we used to. That's the truth.
Man, I seen Nico in Chalmette a couple of days ago, man. He works in Chalmette. I said, remember Nico? Nico was our oyster man.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, Nico.
Yeah, I remember Nico. I talked to Nico.
Well, he needs to tell us what a state oysters are right now, man, because I don't want no cabin fever shit going on if I decide to go with oysters.
No, Nico is the char grill. Nico is the Croatian.
Actually, Pancho, Rebecca hit me up that used to tailgate with her and her husband and the kids are coming in town for the 49ers game.
Nice.
I'm out here every game, man, so.
Pancho, let me ask you this. So you talking about the vibe for this one. Like, we talk about how important it is to win this game. Let's just say this goes bad. let's just say that. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's say we lose this game by like 20 points. You think it's going to be – I mean, it just gets worse from here, the mood and the vibe? You think everybody just gets checked out early this season if that's the case?
I mean, at the end of the day, I gave us 4 wins.
Yeah.
You know, you can hope for 6 or 7, but what does that do for you at the end of the day? That kind of moves you, you know, down in the draft. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So no matter who you brought in, you were never going to make it to the playoffs or even contend in the playoffs. So at that point, you should have just unloaded everything and kind of just reloaded. And we were going to suffer anyway, but we're just going to suffer a little bit longer.
And I don't think it's fair for us to – and Richie, you know, Pancho, I don't think it's fair for us to judge. I think a lot of fans, you know, we overreact week by week. I think we got to keep an open mind about Kellen Moore. This is going to be a long process for him trying to right this.
Well, Rich, the drum line's passing by.
Oh, we got a special drum line.
The Saints drum line.
Hey, who that, bro? Catch one of them, Pancho. Catch one of them.
Hey, who that? You're lying. Who that?
Just go embark on their journey, man. Just go take.
Yeah.
Man,
just go run in there, be a part of it, man.
Like always, man. I got this man struggling with ice over here. Look at him. We got ice over here. Look. We got guys walking through.
Nothing wild yet. You can't say
that's the air. He play air drums right there. That's the air drum guy.
Huh?
He was playing air drums.
So there's an air drum guy. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah. But anyways, man. So I'm gonna let y'all go and break it down. But at the end of the day, Dave, at the end of the day, if we lose to the Cardinals with everything we got, because we got the full deck without Penning and Chase Young. If we lose this game, man, it's like I said, the bags might come out early next week.
Oh Lord, don't say that. Oh Lord.
I won't wear it, but you will have the 5 or 10 guys for the attention wearing them, and then you get your followers after that. You know.
Yeah, no, it's going to be intriguing,
Pancho,
man.
Thank you for joining us, the Roman Bear, baby, the Roman Roar, live from Season Superdome.
Who that, baby?
Right.
Superdome, look, see Superdome. I had that.
Right,
beautiful morning, man.
Man, that was awesome. That was awesome for him to do that.
Yes, sir, the Bear. Hey, look, I think the Bear's right, though, Rich, with the
yes, Darren is just now getting the news. Yes, Chase Young is out today for today's game.
Yeah, dude, and like I said, I think that, look, the Penning loss is going to hurt just because we're so thin on the O-line. But to me, like, Chase Young's the type of guy that could have really made an impact on this game. I mean, having him and Granderson from both ends, I really feel that could have contained Murray a little bit more, forced him up in the pocket, maybe get him to run into, you know, DeMario or Devin Godchaux or Cam or Brian Bresee. But now you're not going to have that same factor coming around the edges. So that, man, that really sucks, man. And Chase Young, it seems like he can never get over this hill of injuries, man. Like, this guy's a top, 3 pick overall. And, I mean, it always feels like something.
Chuck said the rolling reporter.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, the Dancing Bear's on the prowl, man. He seems very subdued right now. Now, I'm going to say this. If we go back to him about 3 o'clock and the Saints win by like 20, that dude's going to be in a different zone at that point, man.
That's so true, Dave. Well, Dave, listen, we're going to get out of here, man. Of course, every Sunday morning, most Sunday mornings, me and Dave will be on here giving the keys to today's game. And we're going to do a post game. We'll kind of play it by ear to what time the game ends or when me and Dave are available to do that post game show, Dave. But Dave, listen, who that, man? Have a great day, man. Thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah, set y'all's fantasy lineups, man. Don't forget about that.
Don't forget about that. Thank you, Dave. Who that, brother?
All right, guys. Who that?
Five-star and T-Bone up in here. Let's get this party started.
Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Stand up, get crunk, make noise. About to go down for a black and gold. We ready, jam tight.